Good morning! And I know it looks like I've just risen from the dead, but I don't know, I don't really have an explanation for that. But oh my god, let me tell you the most frustrating thing that's happened to me recently. So I went on Shein to order clothes. I was ordering them so I could do a try-on haul, so I could be like, you know, a YouTuber, like, because I'm not like other girls, like. And I put my clothes in the basket, all is well. Then I take a nap, and I wake up to purchase those clothes, and this message pops up on the screen. Anyways, that's why I've decided to rant today. So here's my unpopular and unwanted opinions about YouTubers. Okay, so number one, the one that just annoys me I guess this one's been grinding my gears the most recently, but Shane Dawson. Am I the only one that thinks it's unnecessary for him to make another channel? Like, just stick to the one you have, considering you don't even post frequently. Like, yeah, when he does post, I want to say it's good stuff, but recently, like his last video on his, I don't know, second channel, conspiracy channel, I don't even know what channel that is now. It was kind of just like I was watching a compilation of other videos. Oh my god, I don't mean to be dragging him to filth, but come on. Okay, don't get me wrong, I really do like Shane Dawson. I'm very happy for him that he's finally found his brand almost, because he's gone through so many like phases of like rebranding and everything, and it's just never really worked for him. But now I feel like he just dragged this on too much, if that makes sense. Yeah, like with the Tanner docuseries and the Jeffree Star docuseries, like those were great, but it just feels like he takes advantage of the fact that people want it, and then he just uses it as an excuse to kind of stretch out his uploads because he knows people will watch them regardless of when he uploads them. Okay, my next unpopular opinion. David Dobrik isn't funny. I'm so sorry, but I will watch his videos through with a straight face. And since I'm using the love of my life, the James Charles palette, let's just talk about him for a moment. James Charles doesn't deserve the backlash he always gets. Like, are you serious? It's so unfair. Like, his work ethic is out of this world. And keep in mind, he's only like, what, like 20? But regardless of that, he gets so much hate. Like that whole mugshot challenge incident, and I can understand why people would be upset about it, considering it brings up loads of issues that may be triggering to some people. But why target just him? Loads of other influencers have been doing this challenge as well. Why is he the only one that receives the backlash? And he was right in his response, like, oh my god, let him breathe. But despite his problematic past, he has grown and matured as a person, and you can see that in his actions, so it's just unfair to keep treating him like he's scum, basically. Like, and also, before I forget to mention, James Charles came out with the most amazing palette. Like, I'm not like a diehard fan, like, I like his videos, they're entertaining. This palette cured all my problems. This literally, oh, wow. Next thing. Okay, dope girls. Are they even a thing anymore, to be honest? Anyways, they're kind of annoying and they seem entitled. Thanks for watching. Okay, this next one isn't really YouTube related, but it's kind of sort of. But TikTok stars never get cancelled if they're attractive. What? Like, I'm sorry, what? Like that Z.S. Smitty, whatever his name, whatever, Z Shitty, whatever. That whole queer baiting thing. Excuse me, sir. Then he put out that weak apology, and everyone was like, okay, love you again. Which brings me on to my next unpopular opinion, which will make me sound like a hypocrite because of what I've just said, but cancel culture is so stupid. Like, yeah, you should certainly be held accountable for things you've done, like 100%. But digging into people's past, now that's a bit ridiculous. Sometimes I don't know where I stand with cancel culture. Like, it's good in some ways, but it's bad in others. If you're still acting like scum today, then definitely you should be held accountable for your actions. Like Miss Nessa Barrett throwing it back to the Quran. Excuse me. Shame on you. Literally disgusting. What? But then people trying to look for evidence to make everyone's fave look like a bad person, only for the influencer to send out an apology and it will be forgotten. Like, sometimes I think ignorance is bliss, and if you can see that they're not doing these things they did before, and you can see that they've grown. Like, why try bring them down again? What are you gaining? Literally nothing. Okay, my next unpopular opinion, but definitely should be popular. Amari is the funniest out of Tana's friend group. Yeah, okay, if it wasn't for Tana, he probably wouldn't have come as far as he has now, but he is so hilarious, and I just think he's just underrated. Which brings me on to my next opinion. Okay, I don't know how to word this. I think it's just because I'm a bit unsure of where I stand. I actually really like Tana Mojo. I'm so sorry. Like, I just find her stuff so entertaining. She just makes me laugh. Like, I love that whole group, and oh, I really want to be friends with them. Like, wow, I'm so jealous. MTV really painted, no, not even. She really painted herself in a bad light on her second season. And she has a habit of just blaming it on her childhood. Like, yeah, by all means, I can understand how that would have an impact. But she just keeps using it as an excuse. Which sucks because I don't know how to feel. Like, I really like her. Okay, another opinion. Smaller channels are actually better than the bigger ones. And I feel like it's because larger channels tend to lose their relatability. And some of them sort of forgot why they started making YouTube in the first place. I'm sorry, I just thought it was so pathetic. When Emma Chamberlain blew up, Hailey Pham had to make that whole video just going on about like, oh, I do all of this and this. People only want to watch Emma, blah, blah, blah. But to compare yourself to her and basically admit you're jealous of her success, like it just shows that she doesn't really care about why she started her channel. Because I used to watch her like religiously, and she's been on YouTube for a while, so I can see why she'd be annoyed the fact that her channel wasn't growing as rapidly as Emma's was. Like, there's so many smaller YouTube channels that, oh my god, they're so good. Like, it's Keisha, Luke Alexander, Miasaurus, they're all so good, and they have literally even a quarter of the amount of success that some of these big YouTubers do, and I think they're just as good, better even. Okay, and last but not least, Emma Chamberlain's actually one of the most unproblematic YouTubers. Like, there's been so many instances where she's been in a scandal. They were never really her fault, like that whole shower thing, like, come on. But yeah, to be honest, she just minds her business, and I feel like people purposely pick on her just for the sake of it. So yeah, these are my unpopular opinions. Feel free to agree, disagree, or anywhere in between, and let me know if you have any unpopular opinions of your own. By the way, they're opinions for a reason, so don't take this personally.